Hello and welcome to a Theme Park Worldwide news update. Now this one's come as a huge surprise when I woke up this morning, as through the night, Luna Park, which is located in Sydney in Australia, have held a huge press conference and announced 9 brand new rides set to be opening at the park in 2021 as part of a 30 million Australian dollars investment in the park. How amazing is that? So Luna Park is located right in the centre of Sydney, and you know what? This is a huge thing for them, putting in 9 rides. Not very often that I can sit here and say that a park's investing that much in 1 year. There's going to be brand new family rides, thrill rides, and of course a signature new roller coaster. This is a big thing for them. I mean, the park at the moment have only got 1 operating roller coaster. Don't get me wrong, it looks fantastic. It's a wooden wild mouse and I'd love to ride it, but this is going to be a big thing for them, putting in a brand new thrill ride, and it's set to be something different as well. They're actually going to be getting the first Intamin Hot Racer roller coaster, which is basically Intamin's version of the RMC single rail coasters. Intamin released that they're going to be building these, and then now of course Luna Park have bought one, which is really exciting for them to be getting one. So yes, it will be the first one of those, and it'll also actually be the first launched single rail coaster anywhere in the world. It won't just feature 1 launch, there's going to be 2. It's going to have the initial launch and then a boost as well that it will roll into. And as we can see here in this footage that's been released by Luna Park, this is going to be a really compact ride, but it's going to sit in there beautifully into the park. So let's talk about some stats. We know it's going to be called the Big Dipper. There actually used to be a coaster at the park called Big Dipper, and I think that's maybe why they've named this after it, as sort of in memory of that, but something new and something fresh. Like I say, it'll be the world's first launched single rail coaster, the first single rail from Intamin. After that initial launch, you can see it does a little turnaround before going into the main launch, before it heads up into 2 inversions. There's going to be a sidewinder and also a flat spin as well, also known as a corkscrew. There'll also be a non-inverting loop in part of the layout as well with this. Looks like there's going to be lots of different S-bends and drops, some airtime moments as well. It looks like it keeps the speed up really well. It's going to have a top speed of 44 miles an hour. I've still not actually been on a single rail coaster, but you know what? I really want to get on this at some point in the near future. Australia is a big bucket list for me anyway, but I'd love to go out there, explore Sydney, see the other parks around the Gold Coast, and of course head into Sydney and go and experience this. So who knows, in the next couple of years, you know, that's what I really would like to do, if the world allows us to, with everything going on at the moment. In terms of the location of this ride then, I believe they're removing quite a few attractions to put these 9 new ones in, but you've got to think these parks have really got to freshen up the lineup. In terms of Luna Park, I've never been there, but you can tell it's quite a small compact park just on the side of the river, so they've probably not got loads of room for expansion, hence why they're having to take some bits out to put these new rides in. But you know what, this Hot Racer looks fantastic, and it's also worth noting that the train design on this as well, if we can go from the animation, looks like it's going to seat 7 riders, of course all in a line with it being a single rail, but if you look at the lap bars on this, as you can see, it looks like they're going to be the standard Intamin lap bars, kind of similar to what you'll find on Taron, for example, at Phantasialand. Bear in mind you're going to be going through 2 inversions on this, the launches. I think, you know, it could ride really good, the fact that it's got the lap bars on there, which is certainly looking to be fantastic. But yes, we know it's going to be called Big Dipper. We don't know much in terms of a theme or anything around this ride. You got to bear in mind it is an amusement park, not a theme park, so I'm not expecting loads of heavy theming around it, but I imagine it'll be well presented, probably some nice lights on it with it being an amusement park. I know the entrance to Luna Park in Sydney looks incredible with all the lighting on it. It's like a big face that's lit up, so I imagine we're going to see this lit up beautifully at night. Now, you've also got to think about the location. From the animation, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, blimey, look at all them flats behind it, all the buildings. Yes, they have got a lot of residential property around there, but I believe that the building that's directly behind the new Big Dipper coaster is like a commercial building, more offices and stuff, rather than residences where people are living. But I know over the years the park have had quite a lot of issues when it comes to noise complaints. I know their old Big Dipper coaster, what they used to have, there was a lot of issues at the time, and hence why that got removed. So fingers fingers crossed, this is going to be a nice, smooth and quiet ride for them, and in the location where they've put it as well, it should be good. So yeah, this is really exciting for them. I can't wait to one day get out and experience this. I think it's nice that Intamin have got straight onto the single rails, only a few years really after RMC launched the first ones, and yes, we're going to get to see more of these coasters out there, which is fantastic. As we can see from the POV, it looks like it's going to keep the speed up really nice, especially in that non-inverting loop. I think that looks fantastic on there, looking at the views of the area as well. I think you'll go up into that and get some fantastic views all the way around. So in terms of some other stats for this, of course, it's the first single rail coaster in Australia. There isn't another one out there from RMC or anything like that. And it's actually going to be the tallest and fastest multi-launch coaster in Australia as well. So they're going big with this. It's a nice investment, and it's good to see more stuff coming to Australia because, you know, it's never been somewhere that's had a lot of new investment when it comes to the theme parks. It hasn't really got loads of theme parks anyway, but I tell you what, now we've got a lot of stuff to go and explore over there. Of course, there's a new coaster that's going to be coming to the SeaWorld park over there, Dream World, also as well DC Rivals looks fantastic at Warner Brothers. So there's a lot to go and see out there now in Australia, and in the past few years they've really started to put more in, so it's there on the bucket list, and I really want to go out there and experience all of these, definitely once this has opened. Now, in terms of a time frame for this, they're expecting it all to be finished by December 2021, so in time for sort of the end of next year is when they hope to have all this finished. But it looks like it's going to more open in phases, with the coaster being one of the last things from reading the press release with that one. But really exciting. Like I say, they've only got one coaster currently operating at the park. We know that this is going to be the big thrill ride. Looks like there's going to be a gyro swing in there of some form as well, some other children's flat rides, a new family roller coaster that we can just see there as well, which is on the side. So yeah, this is a big thing for them. 30 million Australian dollars on this brand new coaster, and of course the overall expansion of Luna Park. But there we go, let me know your thoughts. What are you thinking to the look of the Intamin single rail and the Hot Racer? I think it looks fantastic. I think it'll work really well for them. And it's just nice to see more Australian investment going in. There we go. I was going to say investment in Australia, but we'll say Australian investments. It still sounds okay. All coming in over there. It really is fantastic to see. So there we go. Let me know your thoughts down below in the video comments. I'm sure that Australia is a bucket list for many of you now. You know, and especially with this going to be opening out there next year as well. Certainly one of those that keeps going up in the rankings to go and visit for coaster and theme park enthusiasts. So thank you very much for joining me for another news update here on Theme Park Worldwide. Of course, stick with us for all the latest theme park news. As soon as it's announced, it will be straight here on the channel. I'm Sean Sandbrook, thanks for watching, and that leaves me with one more thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.